Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be reacting to a TikTok video, and I actually think I've reacted to one of her videos before. This is Love Samantha Lee on TikTok. You guys know I like to share the women who get it, who are sharing nuggets of wisdom with other women over on TikTok because it's rare to see, okay? I think it's refreshing, and I'm sure that you guys do too. So I always like to highlight these type of videos, so let's watch it, reconvene, and I will tell you what I think and break it down for you.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. Here's a surprising truth about what men really want in a long-term partner.
Okay.
Y'all ain't talking short-term. We talking long-term. So I told y'all last week I looked at the study, and it showed that initially men were looking at appearance as the most important trait that they were looking for in a woman. Well, over time and through conversation, they no longer wanted the women that they thought they wanted based upon appearance. What they wanted was a woman that they felt like they could trust, were attracted to, but most importantly, liked as a person. Their looks got them in the door, but it did not keep them there. Ladies, I know what we see online, and we see certain women getting the most attention. I want y'all to know this. It seems like when you present yourself in a certain way, that's when you start winning and getting the attention of the men that you want, that you may consider as being high value. But I want to tell you, that's short term. Men are paying attention to how you present yourself, whether you have integrity, virtue, moral compass. Remember, the goal here is to be wide, that long term.
So we're going to go through a couple different things she said. The first one here is long-term versus short-term. And I think this is an important distinction to make because a lot of women have a very hard time understanding this. So let's get into it. What someone is looking for, both men and women, right, in a short-term partner versus long-term partner can often be very different things. And I have personally seen this lead to women being a bit confused. I've seen my friends go through this. I've seen women online go through this. It's just causing some confusion, okay? So someone being attracted to you for a casual hookup or situationship or a fling is very different than someone seeing value in you for a long-term relationship and marriage. And unfortunately, this is a reality for a lot of people who participate in hookup culture in this whole situationship thing. I never personally experienced this because I didn't do the short-term BS. If I don't see you as a long-term partner, I'm not wasting my time. And I'm getting married next week. At the time of posting this, I will be a married woman, so what I did worked out for me, okay? And I really think more people could benefit from taking this approach, and that's just me throwing in my personal experience here and just giving you all a little big sis advice. I also see this happen a lot with women going after these very high caliber men that they want, who are in return exercising their many options in women. And again, she said the men you perceive to be high value. So you might be really into athletes or guys who are super attractive, guys who have a lot of money, who are very successful. Women tend to go for men like that, or are excited when they get a DM from one of them after they posted a risque photo and don't understand that that's short-term attention that you're getting with short-term expectations, not long-term. It's very rare that that turns into a long-term thing because these guys are exercising their many options. And this is often what happens when your standards include superficial things that do not make someone a good partner, like how tall or attractive someone is, or how much money they have in their bank account, or what sports team they play for. Silly. So I see a lot of women confused about this attention they're getting and not realizing that it's short-term attention. And then when they get that short-term attention or intention, I guess you could say, they then think that that automatically means that they are long-term material. Or like wifey material, and that's just not how it works. And I'm going to talk about that later in the video, so stick with me. So next I want to talk about what women think that men want. And I first want to talk about the way that you present yourself changes the attention that you get. And I think knowing that you are what you attract plays a big role here. Again, short-term intentions and attention versus long-term are very different things, but women often mistake a guy wanting to see them casually with wanting to date them seriously with the intention of marriage, and that's normally not what happens and then ends up causing a lot of issues. But back to the point, many women are confused overall about what men want, and because of this are then frustrated when they end up in a 4-month situationship with a guy who is clearly not interested in anything more than that. It's not rocket science, but I think there are two extremes with what women think men want, and neither of them really are the full reality or paint the full picture. The first extreme is they think men just want a bimbo who is nothing but a pretty face, which then leads to advice I see online quite a bit of, you don't have to have any substance and you can just look good and spend his money, or something along those lines, or sprinkle, go for a man with money because all they care about is the way that you look, and get plastic surgery. I mean, the list goes on of all the bad advice I've seen, which, to be honest, isn't great advice in my opinion. You should absolutely take care of yourself and put effort in, but it shouldn't just be skin deep. Who you are to your core, who you are in here and in here matters. And just because you have a big butt or look good on Instagram doesn't make you a good partner to build a life with or be a wife. Great men want women with substance, okay? The second extreme is they think men are looking for exactly what they are looking for in a man. Of course, there's overlap in what men and women are looking for, right? But men don't care about how much money you make necessarily, or what your degree is, the way that women care about this in a man. And they especially don't care about these things if you have a bad attitude and justify having a bad attitude because you have a degree and a fancy job title. So now I want to talk about what men actually want and kind of go off some of the things that she mentioned. So she said over time, the men no longer wanted the women that they thought they wanted. They wanted a woman that they trust, who they are attracted to, and who they liked as a person. Wow, it's almost like men are human beings who have needs in a relationship and aren't just animals looking for sex. Shocking. I hope you get my sarcasm here, because that's what I see a lot online, of just thinking men are these like primal creatures who don't care at all about who a woman is on the inside or having a good conversation, and they're just going for the girls with the big butts. And sure, some men go for that, but those are not the men you would want to be with. And again, just to reiterate, looks get you in the door, but they don't keep you there. Looks might attract the man that a woman wants. Yes, this is correct. But that man is also looking for a woman of substance, who is supportive, who is kind, who is nurturing, who can have a meaningful conversation with him, who is happy, who is positive. The list goes on here, but none of the things are typically what women think men want. Men of substance do care if you're a woman of substance. Substance just doesn't mean makes 6 figures or has a fancy job title. Like, there's much more to a person than these silly things. And I think when women see other women get a certain type of attention online, or they see the way that certain men react to certain content, they think that they need to be doing that too, and that's kind of the ticket in to get the men that they want. But I think, similarly to here where the men ended up not wanting the women that they thought they wanted, I think a lot of women would realize that as well, is, you think that you want these men who have all these options of women who, exercise those options, who make a ton of money, who have status, who are famous or rich or whatever it is. But they don't understand the negatives that come along with that as well. And I think it's so much more important to, I've said this so many times in past videos, but I really feel the need to reiterate here, looking for a partner who aligns with you on your values, on your morals, on your life goals. And at the end of the day, men and women should care and be looking for those things. It's so much more than just surface level or skin deep. It's really important to focus on the things that matter and that genuinely contribute to the longevity of a relationship and the health of a relationship, and really just the foundation that a relationship is built upon. And again, I really try to emphasize that a lot on my channel so that people understand the importance of that. It's very easy to get on social media and to fall into a trap of, I need to have X, Y, and Z in a partner because I want a luxurious lifestyle. I want all this fancy stuff. I think many aspects of social media have made a negative impact on what people are now looking for in partners, and have very unrealistic expectations of what a relationship should look like. But going back to the point of the video here of, what men actually want in a partner, yes, great men do want a woman who has values and who has a moral compass, who has integrity, who takes care of herself, yes, but also has substance on the inside, who can hold a conversation, who is not just a pretty face. There's so much more to a person than that, especially with the person that you are going to build your life with. I just think our society and social media has really lied to women about what men are looking for. And again, I've seen the two extremes there of men only care about the way you look, and then men want exactly what you are looking for in a man, which with what I've seen and what I've experienced, neither one of those are true. It's a balance of the middle. And it's just creating kind of a vicious cycle of women going after a certain type of man who has a ton of options and then is a cheater or doesn't believe in monogamy and wants to have a bunch of girlfriends or, again, cheat all the time. And then it kind of creates a monster in the woman of thinking all men are that way or all men suck, when in reality it's just you're going after the wrong things and you're choosing poorly. And I just want to read some of the comments. Men are paying attention to how you present yourself. Yes, and if you're out here posting pictures of your butt online or having an OnlyFans, look at the type of men that is attracting. Guarantee all these girls who have OnlyFans would never actually date one of the men who are paying her every month. Looks often are what attract a man. Quality men now look for all of the character traits that make you pleasant to be with, supportive, kind, and morally upright. Some girl says, can confirm long-term they are looking for a good personality. Yes. I can vouch for this. My ex-girlfriend had an attitude problem which made people dislike her. Yep. You hit this right on the nose. You're absolutely correct. Unfortunately, women aren't hearing you. They don't hear anyone. I wish more women would listen to me. And again, I don't say this in a place of being mean or hateful, but I just think it's so important to understand you are what you attract. The guys who are looking for a pretty face are either looking for that because they are having many pretty faces and it's like short term and that's not their wife, or they're not a great man that you would want to be with. I don't want to be with a man who only cares about the way that I look. If all someone cares about is a pretty face, I know that we are not aligned. But anyway, I wanted to share this because she gets it. This is a great video. I wish more women watched my content and would hear this message. Maybe I'll post this over on TikTok as well in a short form so that it reaches more people. I am getting more women commenting lately, which is a win. As much as I love all of you guys, I think my work can be a lot more helpful if men and women are hearing it. All of you men who are watching are probably like, yeah, this is what we've been saying forever, but the women won't listen to us. So I would love to hear down in the comments, what do you want in a woman? What are you looking for? Would love to have a male perspective as well, of course, and would just love to hear from you guys down in the comments. If you like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. Also wanted to mention, if you guys have a video or any content that you want me to react to, you can tag me on TikTok, send it to me on Instagram, send me a link somehow, whatever floats your boat. I just love getting reaction content from you guys and giving you guys what you want to see. So as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.